Phoenix Tiger 79 here. Bob, if y'all know me. Real life. Oh, shoot, sorry. Oh, getting a little bit of weight here. Oh, not quite. I didn't quite weigh this much. There's quite a bit of weight here. Looks like I weigh about 350 pounds or so. Not fast shaming, believe that. Me of all people in this life would not fast shame. I've been with plenty of big people in my life, and my dad was 350 pounds. He died. Emphysema, heart attack. He had many, many heart surgeries. So yes, me here telling you, showing you this is a sight I used to see as a kid every single day. He's a hard worker. He was a good man. Worked hard for his family. When he came home, he lay on the couch. Oh. He laid down, his belly lay over the side of the couch a little bit. You know? And as a kid, I mean, I was a little kid, you know, it happens. I didn't know that a big belly mean bad health, you know, whatever. So, but I knew they kept on pushing smoking cigarettes was bad for you in school. So I kept at my dad, you need to stop smoking. You need to stop smoking eventually. He found the willpower. He found the courage. He stopped smoking. You know, my dad's an inspiration. I stopped smoking because of my dad as well. You know what I'm saying? I haven't smoked cigarettes probably about 6-7 years myself. Somewhere around there. And my dad, he quit smoking cigarettes many, probably about 10-15 years before he died. So he lived a good, maybe even 20 years, a long time. He did not smoke cigarettes for, you know what I'm saying? He's a good man, you know what I'm saying? I quit smoking cigarettes. He's a good guy, all right? So, but I, as a kid, never asked him to try to lose weight. I never thought to say, hey, let's go for a walk, Dad, you know? I mean, like I said, he was always a hard worker. He always came home, you know, worked 13, 14 hours a day sometimes. And the road trip, he used to travel about an hour away, hour back, you know. So he worked hard. You know, we had a good life. He made sure everything was taken care of. I never, ever worried about anything up until I started messing up. When I started messing up, that's when life started dookie on me. But was life dookie on me, or was I dookie on myself? That's the question I start to ask myself. So, as I said, I was never fast shaming. I just wanted to show you what I looked at every single day, and never thought once to say, hey, Dad, let's do something about it. You know, he was losing a little bit of weight towards the end of his life, and that's obviously because, you know, your body's eating itself. He couldn't, I don't know. I really wasn't, unfortunately, there. I didn't have a car then. Luckily, I have a car now, thankfully. You know, I worked hard. I did a lot of things. I sacrificed a lot. I did things. Like I said, if you want something and you strive hard for it, you can achieve it. I am a living proof of that. I lived in fear of things, and fear is what held me back. Hope is what's setting me free. You want to know the truth? That is why I'm happy right now. It's because of hope. Because I hope things will be okay. I know things are going to be dookie. Things are always going to be dookie. But right now, like I said, I'm scatterbrained sometimes. I'm sorry, you guys got to bear with me. I've got 15,000 stories in my head, and I got to try to share them all. So yeah, as I was saying, towards the end of my dad's life, you know what I'm saying, he was losing a little bit of weight, and like I'm naive, unfortunately. I'm very naive a lot of the time. I'm very analytical. People that know me know that I am very, like, facts. Tell me what you want, tell me how it is, and that's how I know it, because that's what I see. I see what, and yeah, so. But anyway, my dad was making jokes. He's always a jokester. He's a funny guy. Everybody loved him. He's always jovial, you know, very happy, more or less. You know, so if he could be happy and he could, you know, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to make that a choice to be happy from here on out every day. And I'm going to show you that it's okay to be happy. And, you know, as I look back, I see he wasn't always super overweight like he was. And neither was I at one point. I gained a lot of weight. I ended up getting up to about 260 pounds before I realized something's gone wrong. And it's me. It's inside. That's what I realized. Something was wrong inside. So I started looking inside and I found things and I started trying to go through things, you know, inner work, you know, whatever they call it, you know. And I realized, you know, yes, I may have told you stories before, but I'll tell you again for a sec, you know, little catch up. If y'all, first video here, I've got plenty of videos in the past. Check them out, please. But yeah, like I said, my mother died when I was 6. I thought she was my real mother. She was an adopted mother. And that happened to be his wife that he had for at least 6 years. More than that, obviously, before I was even thought of. So they had a life before that. I don't know how long. I never asked questions. I was a kid. And then when she died, me and my dad had an unspoken agreement that we would not talk about her because I couldn't talk about her. I could talk about her now. Now, we're going to talk about her, Ethel. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be mentioning any names, but, yeah, she's dead. And she's a very special, she's my mother. And like I said, she wasn't my real mother, but she's very spiritual. She's helped me along the way more times than I could tell you. And I'm talking about from not being here. Yeah, you're like, this guy's crazy. Yeah, I might be. But I believe what I believe, and as long as you believe in something, you're still here. Have a passion. You know what I'm saying? I met somebody today. I was amazed. This guy had this amazing passion. Wow. Just this talent and just attention to detail was amazing. And this guy was really old. Like, I don't know about really old, but I mean, you know, so I mean, when you have something you're doing, it keeps you alive. Like, I met this other person, they did this other, like, if you have a passion, believe me, find your passion, do that. Trust me. Anyway, so I said, I'm naive, you know what I'm saying? So my dad was making a joke one time, and I didn't get it. He said, I was just worried about him. I was looking at him on a ventilator. He's got oxygen. My dad was Darth Vader too, you know what I'm saying, towards the end. Right? I'm the oxygen, making the sounds, you know, but in real life it's kind of scary. Seeing somebody with emphysema not being able to get up. So as you saw me struggle to get up off that couch, that was my dad a lot of the time. When I stayed over the last night, as I told you before, when I spent the time with my dad, the last time I spent my time with my dad, I spent my time and energy with my dad. We spent all day long watching A Christmas Story. I love that show. That Christmas, A Christmas Story was a great Christmas special. We always used to watch that. We pretty much know it from start to finish. Who doesn't? You know, it's great. It's great tradition. Great Christmas tradition, whatever. So, but yeah, we were watching watching the Hallmark Channel, watching some stuff like that, just spending time together. But him getting up was very hard for him to do. I mean, he did it once, a couple times. He did his last ride dressed up as Santa Claus. That was pretty rough for him. But he did it for the children. He did it for me, I guess. I don't know. He did it. But when he went to bed in a lazy boy chair. He just lazy boyed that back, and that pretty much was what he was watching TV in all night. So he pretty much wasn't really moving much of anything. But anyway, back to the joke I was trying to tell him. He told me, I was like, so it looks like you're losing weight. What have you been doing? You been doing anything? He was like, yeah, I've been doing a little bit of something. I've been walking around the table a couple times. Oh, well, I was like, well, that's good, I guess. You know, thinking that he was actually walking around the table, you know, like maybe a couple of steps, you know, people do the stair steppers, the stair, the pedometer, the counters, whatever. Little did I know, I'm just later dawned on me, oh, buffet style. So even towards the end, he didn't care. He was just happy. He didn't let others know how bad he was suffering. So as I said, I jump around. So this is the same video, same thoughts. You gotta follow me. You gotta follow me. Boop, boop, boop. So yeah. So as I said, my mother, she died when I was 6. But his wife also died. I said, I couldn't imagine what that could do to somebody. But then I could. It took me a long time. I mean, that was my mom. How would he know what? My mom just died. How would he know what? No. It's hard. Might not have died, you know, but I lost somebody, you know. I was with this person. I dedicated everything to my life, of myself. Definitely gave a lot of piece of myself to this person, and I don't regret it. I hope that she's learned something. I hope that I know I've learned things, and I hope that she's in a better place and she's moved on, and I'm trying to do my best. And that's what these videos are for, to share a story, share triumph and tragedy, and just hope that gives y'all a better perspective about your own lives. Literally. I'm just here. They say there's somebody talking to you, and maybe you're listening, maybe you're not, but... So as I said, be careful how you talk to people. Be kind. They could be going through something you have no idea about. I'll be posting a video later. I'll be doing a little bit of yoga, getting back to it, you know. Appreciate y'all sticking around through some of these hard parts, some of the talking parts, you know. Like I said, I wasn't really fat shaming. Like I said, I had to tell a story. I had to show you what I had to go through. Seeing my dad overweight, not being able to move. It was tough. Real tough. And I don't know if any of y'all have to go through that. And I'm sorry if you do, but hey, if you do, ask him to go for a walk. Literally, ask him to go for a walk. Ask her if it's a woman out there that you're close to, you're worried about. 5 extra steps is better than those steps you weren't taking. Trust me. And the more you start taking those walks, the more you're going to want to take those walks, because then you're going to start talking on those walks. And it's going to be a habit. And once it's a habit, you're going to like it. And then eventually, those pounds are going to melt away. And they're not going to melt away because you're walking. They're going to melt away because the way you feel. Because you now have a reason. Find your reason, people. Find your purpose. Phoenix Target 79, please. Just keep it real. Like, share, subscribe. Love you all. Trust that.